Newunyisa. Newunyisa okubanti banika Ganda.
Welcome to an IC Internet Community Talk Show. Yes, that is a new language from the executable alphabet that's been unleashed for the wild. Yes, we're going to have a talk show and listen to the feedback reactions from the community.
Kati omusipingo yambadde gwa tabu gwe Jordan. Gwa masanyalaze?
Also, someone that is in the know, a theist, is going to be explaining to us everything about the tires, in brief. Also, we shall be hearing thoughts and some, feedback and counter reactions and reactions, in native languages. This language is from Uganda, East Africa, by a scientist, computer scientist, mathematician from Uganda. So some of the community reactions are actually from Uganda, where the language comes from. So listen closely, sit back, relax, and let's try to understand what exactly is going on here.
Oyagala beera engineer wa masanyalaze. Bana tegakuba.
Ati mwebale kutuleetera olulimi lumu lwati janchai mulingo gwa kaleyo nk'abandira janchai ebyo mulingo gw'okunywa ebikoorakoora nyenda munywa obusera ubundi okunywa amaizi kutakweguta nyenda kunywa obusera baipati genda kulora kuba zino program tuwoine ziri minimo sanga program ekufuurafura neetera ebisani baitu.
We're going to have a talk show and listen to the feedback, reactions from the community. Also,
instructions nka 10 oba 8 zonka, so baitukani kuzikenga oyina kuba obundi osomera ebitabo nka 4 oba 5 ate tugenda kuba ntwetegereza za teachers ezimutwaire. Yes, tugenda kuba ntuzegesa n'abato bano kuba nibaruga isomero nibasoma za alphabet ezo baitu obundi n'omuhabuza clear na delete okubikenga oba hue akugamba nti nyokwa manyire nti si oba bakati oba tikyaka tusomesa ekye hati zonka zati kubegesa alphabet zine empyaka mulingo muzikaire mu kitabo kyatazi opratra tungamba computer science.
Yes, by the way, understanding T is not hard because the 26 letters may seem to be many, but you see kids in school, by the time they reach P3, already they have memorized, the names of these letters.
Kano. Akali mu park. Tell her the one in the park, okay? Okay. No.
Bazana bino byomucucu mabaale bazana na za kompyuta ezo kuzibalisa bondi nokulora nti zikusobola nokucumba ebyokulya.
And so the idea or one of the interesting things about T programming is that just like we teach kids the names of the letters, we could teach beginners in programming what each of the letters correspond to using the basic mnemonics or naming convention that was picked, and so they can memorize and understand what the functionalities for each of the different T command spaces are. And that would make programming or thinking computationally simple, because most people for example, cannot think mathematically about problems in life because they don't understand the language of mathematics. So likewise, most people cannot think computationally about problems and how to solve them because they don't understand what the languages do or what they can do. But with T, it's pretty straightforward and simple because just go through the names and see. A, anagrammatized, so you know what an anagram is. So you teach someone what an anagram is. It's about shuffling, putting things in random order. B is basify. If you've studied some mathematics and you know what a base is, you know that other things are usually sprout from a base. C is clear. You have lots of stuff scattered about. Take some out or take everything out. D is delete. Of course, that's obvious. A is evaluate. You have tasks or you have solutions that have been laid down or given to you, and so you evaluate them to see what is the result. F is fork. Fork. Normally we use forks for picking something and eating, but also forks are like if you're walking in a road. They're not forks of like a chive, but fork of like you're walking and then you find that the road suddenly has two diversions, left and right, or left, right and middle, and you have to decide, should I go this way, should I go that way? So T, your program sometimes can reach a point where they have to decide, should I go left or should I go right? Then there is G, which is glue, and you know what glue is. It's about putting things together. It's about putting things together. Then we have G, we have H, which is hue. So understanding T also sometimes requires some good knowledge of English. So hue is like splitting things up. So once you know those terms and you look at the names of the commands, you just know what they do. Then there is I, which is interact. That is the command used to ask for an answer. You want to get someone's name so that you display it. You interact, you use I, but also you want to specify a parameter that is going to be used later on. You use I. Then what we have J, which is jump. Jump of course is obvious. You reach a point, there is a ditch in the road, you need to go over it. Or if you are here and then they tell you that the party you want to, the birthday party is in Entebbe, but you are in Jinja, then you're like, but how will I drive there or what? You can just jump, get in the helicopter and jump and reach that. So that's jumping. In T programs you can sometimes jump over other instructions and reach a certain point.
Feedback and counter reactions and reactions in native languages. This language is from Uganda, East Africa, by a scientist, computer scientist, mathematician from Uganda. So some of the community reactions are actually from Uganda, where the language comes from. So listen closely, sit back, relax, and let's try to understand what exactly is going on here.
Let's jump. And then after jump, what is that? Jump, label. Label. You have to know the ABCs. Kati mwabera bila ABC kati mtuna tulia chat za wana wamwe mugera funa obuzibu programming. So I, J, K, L. So L is label. Label is like putting labels. No sanga batadeko upande. You want to go to the toilet, the label is there. You want to go to the kitchen, the label is saying there. You want to go to the storeroom, the label is there. You want to go to the bedroom, upande. So a program can look at those labels and know, I want to go to this section. It uses that label. So label. Then mirror, M is mirror. Mirror, of course, like you hear it, mirror. When you're facing left, but you want to see what is right, you can put a mirror there and see the other side. So mirror can take strings or data and change it around so that what was coming at the end becomes what you see at the beginning, or what you see at the beginning becomes what you see at the end. Then N is number. Number in T is especially for generating numbers. Many times in a program you want to get some data to work with or to operate on, but that data needs to come from somewhere. Try to guess how many people should we invite for the party. You're like, should we call 2 or 3 or what? So you have to, if you are looking for a number or an answer and you need some numbers to work with, it's like throwing dice. You want to play dice, you want to play a game, and you want to make a random choice. Maybe you have something like you have chicken, you have beef, and you have fish. Last 5 days I've been eating fish, now let me eat chicken. Last 4 days I've been eating beans, now let me eat meat. But sometimes you may not be making the random or independent choice, so you can roll dice. Is it showing heads or tails, like if it's a coin? So that is number generation. Then P is permutate. Permutate is somehow similar to anagram of A, but permutate takes let's say a word, like you have the word star, then you shuffle it around, it can become rats. Then you shuffle it around, it can become arts. Then you shuffle it around like that, it can become tars, etc. So then we have so you generate those permutations and you return them. But also permutate is the command in T that allows us to generate random strings. So like N allows us to generate random numbers, P allows us to generate random strings. And then after P there is O. O, P, Q, R, S, T. So we skipped one. There is O. O is N, is order. O is order. So you have things which are not in order, you put them in order. That is O. So O, P. P we have looked at. Then we have Q. Q is quit. Like saying, I've been drinking for the last 2 hours, now I want to stop. So you move out of the bar. Say, after I've drunk 2 bottles, out. Or you say that the moment it starts to rain, I will leave school. That's quitting. So you can make a program to notice that when a certain condition happens, please stop, or close the program, or end the program. That is quit. Then R is replace. You say that you go inside that room. If you find a chair that has if you find a table that has a dirty tablecloth, you replace it with a new one. If you find a table mat which the customer has poured drinks on, you replace it with another one. So that is replace. Then after replace there is S, which is salt. So salt is like you can put things randomly. You can, add some taste. Like, I've been eating food, but it was not tasting good. Just add some salt. It will taste good. So sometimes you have some data or strings when they are lacking something necessary, and you just inject in a little bit, and it becomes interesting. Then the T is transform. Yeah. Transform is interesting because it exposes some algorithms which are useful in projecting data to interesting forms. So for example, triangular reduction. Welcome to an IC Internet Community Talk Show. Let's about this new language, transforming executable alphabet, and for example, trimming white space, left and right alignment, etc. In the TTAs, you'll see some examples of creating art using the transform command. After T is U. Uniquify is like you want something, you want to determine when you have a lot of data, for example, like I entered that room and there were so many students from many schools, but I just wanted to know how many schools have come to this conference. So Uniquify would be like pulling out only people in uniforms you've not yet seen, and then saying like, now I have 5 kids in 5 different uniforms. So we have 5 schools, much as the room is full of about 500 guests. So that is Uniquify. It also computes certain things like the model sequence statistic, which can tell you of these people who are in this room, which school has the most kids. So maybe after you pull out those 5 kids who are wearing unique uniforms, you put them in a line. Yagezaako kati olulimi olwo okulutegeera olina okusooka n'ofumiitiriza n'okiteeka mu mutwe gwo nti buli nnukuta erina kyekola, buli nnukuta erina kyetegeeza. Kati ennukuta ezo omala otegeera nti esooka A efuulafuula ebintu engeri gyebikola bitegekebwamu, kubanga oteese wano omucungwa, oteese wano ekikajjo, oteese wano ekikopo, nga bitadde mu ngeri eyootyo. Kati bw'oyita A n'ogenda okukyuka wooti, ogenda okuddamu otunula ng'ekikopo kibiri wakati, ogenda okuddamu otunula wooti ng'ate omucungwa gwe guli wakati, oyo ye A. Then ba, then cha, da, zonna bwezityo paka kwesembayo. Ezimu zibaako bye zitoolamu, oyinza okuba n'ekikapu n'oyingira. Kati nga gye bayita salt, omunnyo, oyinza okuba n'ekikapu ng'otambudde, mulimu ki, mulimu omugaati, mulimu payinti y'amata, mulimu n'amagi, obinago obitwalira ku ssomero omwana bidde. Naye ogenda okuba bwoti mu mmotoka, oluusi okuddamu otunula mu kikapu ekyo oba mu nsawo ng'amata tegaliimu, naye nga tojjukira nti wagaggyeemu, kubanga bw'otuba bwoti mu nsawo ng'omugaati togulaba, naye nga tewalabye waki we gwayise. Oyo unsalting, wamuyita unsalting. One behind the other, but when the first one represents the school which has the most students, the second one, the one which has the second most, like that. V is vault. Vault is like, vault, those who work in banks, about safes, or those vaults, or those who have been to Rome and been to the Vatican. They're those places where they store the secrets of the church. So even in a program, you may sometimes want to store certain secrets or data that you will later want to retrieve. So you say, when you enter, those who work in offices, cabinets, let's say the things for the accounts, they are in a drawer which is labeled ledgers. The things for the headmaster, they're in a drawer labeled administration, like that. So those labels you put there, that's how we give vaults names in the program, and then the data you put there later can be retrieved by just giving the name. So after vault, UVW, we have web. So web is like, many people think of spiders when they hear web, all webbed feet like for a duck, but no, web is like for web, for the internet, web browser. Ate ye salting, oyinza okuba nga otambudde n'ensawo ng'oluusi toyinaamu ssente, ng'ovudde waka okebedde bwoti olaba temuli ssente, naye ogenda okutuuka bwoti mu kkubo gamba bannaye nadde ngenda ku mobile money nziggyeyo ssente, ogenda okukwata bwoti mu nsawo, ogenda owulira ate ng'olabamu akapapula k'omutwalo oba 5 ogamba zino ssente zaavuddewo. Oyo ye salting. N'endala mweziri nnyingi buli emu biri mu kitabo ekyo ekya TAS. yes gye bayita TAZ, TA to Z. Olulimi olwo lulimu ebyobugagga bingi, mulimu ebikalimagezi ababeera mu byuma ebyo bo babitabaalamu nga babitegeera, naye kati naawe oyinza otandika okwetegereza mpolampola oluusi oba toli nnyo mu bya kompyuta ebyo n'obeera n'essimu yeeyo smart gy'okozesa ogenda ku TikTok, osobola ogenda wali ku mwaliiro gwa t.nutrients.com n'omalira okuvudde oluusi nga bw'okeberako mu TAZ olaba nti bawandiika ennukuta eno bawongirako enna nkangiwandiike wano ngira onigerani olabe kyekivaamu bwotyo kati lusanga bwobanga mwana nga ali kusoma obudde baali onoonyi oluusi nga bali mu kuzannya gundi matatu baali bumalidde nga bayi ebyomu maaso
Which is from Uganda, East Africa, by a scientist, computer scientist, mathematician from Uganda. So some of the community reactions are actually from Uganda, where the language comes from. So listen closely, sit back, relax, and let's try to understand what exactly is going on here.
Of course, it's related to a spider web or a web network. So web is the command that allows us to go out there on the internet and fetch things. So like this recent program which was shared called RSPG, Random Secure Password Generator, it uses web to go out there and fetch some random words. Then those random words can be used to create an interesting and unique password. So that is web. WX, so X is xenographed. Those who studied some little biology or agriculture, or who studied genetics, xenografting is common there. You find grafting is there. So xenografting is like taking something and adding it to another to make them one. Like how you can find that they got a mango tree, then they joined it with can you join a mango tree with an orange tree to make one a new tree? Maybe not possible. So maybe taking some different flowers and you find that a flower which was red and a flower which was white, they were joined together, then they produced a flower a tree which produces red and white flowers. So even in tea you can get sometimes messages like you want to get every person's name and the city where they stay, and then join them so that the program produces a list where every person's name is joined to the city where they stay. You can use xenografting. Y is yank. So yank is a word that means pull or get something from somewhere. So in T, yanking is how we get the data which we stored using Vault. So when you say yank and give it a name, give it an address, that you yank what is in the administration vault, it will go there and pull out maybe the names of the students you stored who have joined the school, something like that. Then Z is zap. Zap is one of the most magical commands in T because it does sometimes things which the T language itself doesn't do. Zap is like how when you are, let's say you go to a new town and the people there, Balugala, they speak a language you don't understand. So Zap would be like, I want to order for food, but I don't know how to say it. So for you, go to the interpreter or to the waiter who knows the language, and you tell them in English. Then for them, they go and speak to the chef in their language. They understand. Then the chef prepares the food, then the waiter brings it to you. So Zap is like that. You can be writing a program in an environment where you want to do something which T cannot do, but other languages can do. So you can use Zap. You give it what you want to do, then those other programs can do it. After they get the result, they give it back to T. Yeah, something like that. So that is the A to Z, and some of this knowledge has already been shared in that song called the T-Files. Yeah, so enjoy it, and also of course read the language manual. That's what the book is about. It's a huge book, it's like a Bible. You can't read it in one sitting. Yes, but yes, every time you need to look up something, you can just go in there and look it up. Cheers, bye bye.
You can filter the maze. You see voice in the guys, whatever can walk. If you get evaluation of the core. creating war. T is for transform, never stay the same. Some people get trip hop but not TikTok. You can unify things by uniting them. Stats and various measures you need to count. V is for voting, for everything you vote. We on the internet, that means we wait. IP addresses, so we network. X is for xenograph, you prefix a fix. Y is for young, when you need to read. Zero get us all that, that's magic in T. 26 ways, bring the transformer to life. Now who's left? That's your right at me. That's your right at me. That's your right at me.
It's 26 ways to take over now. It's 26 ways to get to the state. It's 26 ways to take over now. It's 26 ways to get to the state.
It's 1, 2, 3, let's go.
It's 26 ways to take over now. Just 26 ways to get to the state. It's 26 ways to take over now. Just 26 ways to get to the state.
Yeah, so that is it. Thank you everybody that came to join us in this talk show. Yes, we've had lots of interactions, lots of our friends were with us throughout every part of the T command space explanation. We've got it explained in Ganda and also in English, and we've had some reactions with some of our Cwezi friends. But that's it. Most of you who want to look up what T is about, please visit the T official homepage on tea.newcwezi.com, or you can use Google and look for T language or the transforming executable alphabet, but also can use any other search engine. Also go to the Telegram community BC lectures, and you'll find there lots of research about this language, also including books and any other trivia shared as part of research dissemination. So that's it. Thank you, and greetings to everybody. NML and Cwezi Media Lab that's made this talk show possible. Greetings and thanks to Mazera, thanks to Mesa Ice who gave us the song T-Taz, and all the others that have contributed to making this a success. Cheers and good night.